Doesn't matter if they see me or not. Not really. Don't think I'll be coming back here after this. Yeah, that's where we want to go. Invisibility won't help us here, that's something to keep in track. Previously we could have always just drink a potion, that was it. In combination with sneaking, that was definitely not. Here it is not. Core Slayer. Holding Eye. Small creatures are close cousins to beholders. They are powerful only in great numbers. Immunity to paralysis, slow entangled movement speed decrease, knockdown, sneak attack. It's a fairly large site here. And there's also some kind of force field here, so... what are our chances of being spotted? In front of you, a strange device comes to life. You shudder, thinking that your presence here seems to have already been detected. Yeah. It's a true seeing. That's big what you have. I think it's dispelling magical. So if you have invisibility, you cannot land that. It's gonna be dispelled and dispelled and dispelled. Dead cockatrice. An acolyte. So you're the missing acolyte.
Help! Help me here!
Who are you?
I'm Mariana, an acolyte to the Temple of Selene. Please help me get out of this horrible place.
How did you get here?
I was kidnapped. Late at night, he appeared to me, a pale elf, a ghost spawned from shadows and fears. He brought me here to this place.
But how did you get here past the guards at the temple above and through the catacombs?
He placed me... He placed some kind of cloak around me, and it hid me from the eyes of others. Then he led me here. Please, will you help me escape?
Yeah, I'll do what I can, but I need you to tell me something.
What do you want to know?
Where is this elf right now?
I don't know. He often leaves and I don't know where he goes. But perhaps he is here, just invisible. I think he prefers it that way. Being visible seems to require some effort for him.
What do you mean it requires effort?
When he is visible for a long time, I think he gets tired. I think takes him energy to be seen.
I see. Let me ask you something else. Why did the elf bring you here?
He wanted to steal something. A book. It was from the library of High Priest Belvin.
Why didn't he steal the book himself? Why did he make you do it?
Well, I'm not sure he could. You see, he's not physical. He cannot pick up objects. They just pass through his hands. He needed me to carry the book, and afterwards he needed me to turn the pages as he read.
That's why he didn't get the gauntlet either. How dangerous is he then? Um, what is this book?
It is very old, and I can barely understand the words. It talks about an evil god named Negev.
What does it say about Negev?
It was very difficult to understand. I could only comprehend a few passages, and the elf did not want me to read it myself. I was to turn the pages for him.
What did it read? I did not expect the elf to be part of this, not in this way.
Well, that this Negev devours creation, that he is always hungry as long as the world exists.
Did it say anything about a glove?
A glove? Yes, I think it did.
What did it say about the glove?
It said that the glove gives its wearer great powers, immortality, and the power to destroy creation itself. It said that the wearer becomes the instrument of Negev.
You mean the wearer becomes a puppet?
I don't know, maybe.
What else did it say about the glove?
Well, can I ask how you knew about this glove?
I'll say I'm looking for the priest of Selene. That way she's much more likely to aid me. I've been looking it for Valerio.
Oh, the High Priestess. Is she here too?
No, but I'm working for her. Now I need you to tell me where this glove can be found. I already know.
Oh, I don't know where it is. I've never seen it.
Okay. What about the book?
It's destroyed. He made me burn it after he finished reading it.
Where could have been? Yeah, there could have been more clues in there.
I'm sorry. I had to do it. He would have killed me.
Okay, I understand, but why then did he keep you alive?
To be his scribe, his chronicler.
Why?
He forced me to be. He forced me to write in his journal for him.
Okay, why are you crying?
Because I know that he will kill me. I've seen the journal. Each section is written with a different handwriting, a different slave he has brought down here. There must have been dozens of them, some writing for only a few months, some for decades. I don't know which I'd prefer to be.
And he kills these scribes.
Yes,
Okay. Pat her on the shoulder.
the first thing he had me do when he brought me here, it was to throw a dead body down the well, the body of his previous scribe. That boy was no more than 15 years old when he died. A single dagger struck to the spine.
Well, that won't be your fate. I'm going to rescue you from this place.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Please, can we go now?
Not yet. Just, okay, more questions. Never mind. Just wait here a little longer.
Okay, but please don't forget me here.
I won't. Okay, that's the well. Dumping ground. Black chests, black barrels. Anything useful? So we need to find the book. I'm trying to stay hidden as long as possible. I feel that's my glowing sphere and journal of Kroar Iruthakir. Forge. Don't know what that is, maybe an altar of some kind. As long as everything's running normally, no interruptions on any actions, I think he might not really be aware of my presence here. Or if he is, he doesn't know where I am, or what exactly I'm doing here, what's the disturbance. Upon this large desk, an enormous book lies open next to a quill pen and a bottle of ink. Next to it, a strange glass sphere glows with an eerie light. Colors and shapes swirl within this glass sphere. Here. Shadows within the sphere take the form of humanoid shapes. You find that concentrating on them gives them focus. The shape shifts, slipping in and out of your control. You feel disoriented. I'll leave. I don't have concentration, I'm not a mage or anything. It seems like this would do more harm than good. It's probably a spying sphere of some sort. Allow me to use the book. This inner... okay. Blah 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 blah. The first half of it, about 600 pages, is filled with writing. It seems to be written in many different handwriting styles. Some styles persist for many dozens of pages, some for but a few. You flip through to find some particularly interesting passages. I will not let this blood seep into the earth and be forgotten. 10,000 years of art and beauty ended here, and shall be no more. But they shall be remembered. They shall be remembered with the regret of those who have ended them, with their blood and their damnation. Ereban, I thank you for the gift you've given me, and I shall use it in your honor to avenge those who have been wronged. The trail is still fresh, leading westward, and I shall follow it until the end of my days. Many pages later. There will be no mercy. Let them scream with the voices of those who were killed long ago. Let their pain be a tribute to the pain that was felt in the forests. None of them will escape their death. A few pages later, dead, all of them, even the king by his own hand in madness and fear. His punishment was greatest of all. I stayed my hand, and did not plunge the dagger into his neck, and all those occasions I quietly stood behind him, for I realized that he knew I was there. He could sense my cold breath upon his neck. Each day I cast my shadow on him as he sat alone in his castle. Each day my form slightly more real, more solid, but never a word, never an explanation. The death around him was all the speech I had to utter. He knew it was coming, and his mind collapsed with the knowledge. And so he shall take his madness with him to the afterlife. My vengeance shall be eternal. Many pages later. Still not enough. These brief lives are not a worthy payment for the centuries of elven existence that were lost. They must suffer beyond this paltry life. They must be cast into their hells. Henceforth, My vengeance shall not be in blood, but in souls, souls corrupted and cast to eternal torments. It is not enough to kill one's enemy. They must first be led to degenerate and prove their decadence before their gods. Thus their pain shall last long after my blade has turned to dust. This shall be their payment. Later. So easily they are led into greed and deception. So easily do they sell their kin for coin, and friendship for power. I need only to present small temptations, and their ambitions and selfish desires take hold of their hearts. Let this be, and let their souls be ruined. This shall be their payment. Much later still. Silently, I now lead all of them down the path of disgrace. Their kings I lead with the chain of ambition that they so eagerly sling around their necks. Their nobility I lead with the golden braid of greed, a fragile hair and yet strong enough to pull them forward by hundreds. Even their peasants I lead with the ropes of deception, as they lie and cheat to scramble their way to higher echelons of decadence. This city is why the forests have fallen. This is what the gods have allowed. Further, and yet I hunger still. Something is still unfinished. 1,000 souls I have left to their damnation, and yet some still slip through my fingers. Always in the dark midst of corruption a few flames flicker with light, and as I extinguish one, others spring up elsewhere. No temptations are universal, and those who descend into decadence only vacate the grounds of purity. My hatred of this is greater even than my hatred of the murderers and the destroyers. So easy it is to let their blood spill on the cobblestones of their streets, but their souls are harder to hunt. Always a few escape my reach. Erevan, have you planned this from the start? To capture me in this torment of hatred and impotence? Near the end, these passages seem particularly relevant. A new opportunity, perhaps. Such power to corrupt I have not seen before. The clerics tried to destroy it, but instead it destroyed them. From within, the ideal place to start. I shall learn all I can of this Negev, and of the relic that has entered my city. At the end, so easily Fael was led, so obvious that his curiosity would outweigh his judgment, and he would don the gauntlet like a manacle around his heart. Each day I see his will degenerate into wanton madness. Each day he comes closer to the pinnacle of power and approaches the gate. Soon my revenge shall be complete. His souls shall know no afterlife. It shall be as though they had never existed. Well, that's a good motivation. I grant you that. Escalating. Nice escalation. Not enough to kill them, not enough to corrupt their souls. But now a new item appears in your grasp, a way to annihilate them in a way that they never existed in the first place. I think I'll use my invisibility, might not help for long, but it might. They don't have seeing visible or true seeing. But they're good spotters. They get close to us, they might very well spot us. I don't want to start killing anyone. We'll kill when it's necessary. New potential bow and armor.
I have to lighten this load.
Helen Court bow. Cannot identify. That's a good armor then. I'm ditching the compass longbow. Helen Court bow is much better. It's still. The headstone appears to have been brought here from far away. Upon it, these words are written in the language of the Wood Elves. Let their spirits find rest and peace in the treetops of Irulsanath. Let no anger remain to darken their serenity. That burden shall be mine alone. Why still? Passage forward. How do I get rid of the guy though? I guess I have to find the body and true body and that. Well, there are two passages. I can't leave you. There he is. Not so dangerous now. Very difficult through seeing. At first inspection, this elven man appears to be dead. However, you can see that his eyes are looking at you and following your movements. Hatred in those eyes is like nothing you've ever imagined. And yet, he does not move. It is as if he has been standing still for so long, he has forgotten how to move.
I am aware.
I think there's a good way to do this. You have to die. You are just a monster. There's nothing good coming from his existence, and he doesn't seem to be enjoying his existence either.
We won't both walk away from this.
Yep. When a core Irithukier dies, the pale elf died after it. I would just imagine the ring is quite valuable. Let's go. Well, we also managed to solve the kidnapping. So there's
Now,
that.
strike swiftly.
Still, many enemies remain. I do want to try to get rid of the beholders before I want to escape with the woman. It would be a shame to get her killed at this point. I need to secure the exit basically. I don't know what the hell is the force field is doing there. Summon. Fucker healed himself. Can't do that, only I can heal myself. And they'll dispel all my... Right. There's no point fighting against the badger. I want a ring of protection. They're not, thankfully they're not that powerful. We'll get rid of that. Do I need to get rid of it? Maybe it's the sphere. Try to get a sneak attack going. No, it's
You will
impossible.
regret that.
They're immune to sneak attacks. One more here. You find that form seems to shift with your thoughts. Think about Havikar. Havikar sitting in his shop reading his book. Pages of the book are entirely covered in incomprehensible mathematical equations. Havikar suddenly stops reading and looks up. He looks directly at you, then shakes his head and keeps reading. Um, I need to know. I need to know about Pale. You see Pale sitting in the floor in a dimly lit room, staring at the hand of Negev, mumbling quietly. That's probably very dangerous, actually. What is this?
Greetings to you.
Hmm. How long have you been here?
Not long, a few days I think, but it's hard to say when there's no light.
What I want to ask her why she hasn't left is basically what things are preventing her from just walking out or jumping in the well or whatever. Okay, let's go.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We'll see how this works out. You coming or not? Yeah. How horrible. As we started to exit the Pale Elf's lair, Mariana was suddenly cut into pieces by a necklace around her neck. There was nothing I could do to save her. Okay, no one mentioned anything about a necklace. Or did they? But again, it seems like, yeah, he brought me here and put this necklace on me. So maybe it would have been an immediate concern about how to do it. Why the fuck did I pick that up? Forget about you. Seriously. Hopefully when we get our reward for this, if we're gonna get it, one of those masked sons of bitches is gonna be delivering it and we have something to follow. Because as long as Bale is where he is, we're not gonna be able to move things forward. He has to make himself vulnerable we have to make him vulnerable. Also need to visit a shop to identify a couple of items that we don't have the skills to identify otherwise. I'm mostly interested about the ring. With a regeneration ring is just fine, but usually you would want it after the fight has already ended. The typical fights don't last. Their nature is not the type where you can just hang things. If it goes so long that the regeneration is keeping you alive, they'll just yield to it.
Well, hello to you.
I have some bad news about the acolyte who disappeared from this temple. Ariana, is she okay? No, I'm afraid she is dead. What? What happened to her? I'll tell him the truth. It's unbelievable. It's not believable, but still, I'm see no reason of lying. Tell me of the events in Kruor's lair. Oh, that is so tragic. It's terrible when the young are lost. We'll pray for her. Thank you for the news, sad though it may be.
Well, hello to you.
Maybe it was an option if you don't know what happened to her, but you want to get the reward anyway. Ring of Iruthukir. Only usable by an elf, though yay for us. Use Ethereal Visage, 1 use per day. Ethereal Visage is one of the better defensive spells. Very good. Improved Invisibility, 3 uses per day. Okay, this is an amazing ring. The ring's power was meant only for Kruor, and yet some of it remains even for others who might. The god Erevan Illaser took pity on him. He gave the boy a gift in the form of a magical ring made from forest shadows. Ring gave Kruor the power to astrally project his form out of his body, while retaining the ability to kill. This allowed him to silently exact revenge on those who killed his family. Yeah. It was a powerful weapon indeed, second only to the Pale Elf's unflinching hate. +5. I think it's better than what we have. Yeah, more importantly, it's not a... Ugh, for fuck's sakes. Ugh. Well, whatever. Didn't mean to sell it. Sold it. It had one base advantage that I suppose I would have liked to maintain. Is that since it's not a thief armor, I wouldn't have to switch armors when trying to go to the noble district of the city, but at the same time, it's a minor thing really, and the game's focus has at no point been in direct combat, so I don't, it doesn't bother me that I lost some kind of great armor. The armor class difference was 1 point, but it pisses me off that I accidentally sold it. Well, we have 70,000 gold. What the fuck? Black tendrils. Okay, this is a bit worrisome. Black tendrils emanate from the ground, slashing violently at the air. Okay. This is not good. It's him. Or maybe he's... Where are the black tendrils coming from? Uh... I wonder if it's a warning signs of the God of Oblivion. Yeah, I think this is getting way too serious. We need to... This fucking thing has to disappear. It's one thing is if it corrupts someone, it's quite another when black tendrils start to be popping up from the local streets. Yeah, things are turning to shit quickly and we need to do something about it. Where are we gonna get our reward? Notes. There's no mention of what we need to do, where we need to go. So I just haven't seen any of the masked rogues. There's one. The shadowy man wears a black mask that completely hides his face. We cannot lose something. Things are really, really fucking bad. God awful bad. We need the fucking glove. We need it and we need to get rid of it. Fuck the 35,000 gold and everyone else. Needs to be destroyed. And the guy's gone. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Seriously, what the fuck am I supposed to do there? You have a mass rogue, but what can I do? I tried to follow it, like they said. Tried to do everything like they said. Tried to use see invisibility, like they said. And... nothing. There was something. Mass rogue. So he came here. So I start to just exploring these, see if I can get into something. I have to fucking find one of them. And stumble upon invisible things. I can't see them. Is my spotting too bad or what? In the abandoned house. Nothing here. And I don't think it matters. It's not about place. It's about being able to follow them, able to take them somehow. Where's the other side? This is where I don't think it makes a lick of difference, but what is that? Copper ring. Saw someone here. It was one of the ooh, there's Mastro. Fuck you. Well, I'm not giving him up, that's for sure. I'm using his invisibility. But my last hope. I think the rogue is basically blocking him. You have to be shitting me.
You don't want to be messing with me!
I don't. So this one. This wasn't hard to predict, but the rogue climbs into the crate and vanishes. This crate was well concealed, has a well concealed false bottom. You find it only because you knew where there was something here to look for. Bale's headquarters. It's a fairly large area. Looks like a drow setting. I have found the secret headquarters of Bale Kane. I must be cautious, for the spy master would certainly not welcome an uninvited guest. Yeah. I can't leave here without the gauntlet. At this point, I'm ready to fight for the control of the gauntlet, even against serious odds. Black tendrils popping up from the ground in the city sort of knocked me off the fence on this one. It's beyond my pay grade. The trouble this Scarlet is causing is too large to ignore. I don't trust the wizard to be able to deal with it. He's too curious with his with his skepticism and scientific approach. He's gonna fuck it up. He's going to end up losing. I certainly don't trust any of the thieves, because I am a thief and I wouldn't trust myself. I don't trust the cleric, the one who lost his hand. I don't trust the goddamn cultist sitting outside the Temple of Selene. So I trust the Temple of Selene more, because they have a ritual prepared for getting rid of it already. The only reason I think they failed is because they never got the chance to do what they intended to do. And 35,000 gold, half of what I own, in exchange for God knows what happening here. It's not worth the gold. I might not be the most goody two-shoes person imaginable, but that doesn't mean I'm willing to abide by mass murder and some kind of a godly catastrophe happening just to line up my pocket with gold. It's too great of a cause. So whatever happens here, Bale has to die. He's not gonna give up the goal. And after that, no matter what happens, I'm going to be beeline basically directed to the Temple of Selene to try to get rid of it. I'll try to evade as much trouble as I can, but that's where I'm going.